Hey everybody, welcome back. Got another episode of Isaac coming at you. We're working on our Eden streak. We got 3 in a row. Let's see what we start with for number 4. Well, that's not good. We got Tiny Planet with a lower than average tier rate, so we're gonna have a hard time taking out enemies. The best way to use Tiny Planet is fire backwards, because that's where the tiers come out first. So you can kind of aim them when you just turn backwards to the enemy and keep firing. We do have the Void, which is a good item. If we... Basically what the Void does is you can come across spacebar items that you want, or you maybe even don't really care for, but you use the Void item and you suck them up. And what happens when you suck it up is that every time you use the Void in the future, you'll get that spacebar item's effect. So, for example, if you were to suck up the Book of Revelations, which gives a spirit heart every time you use it, then every time we use the Void, we will get a spirit heart, along with the other effects that we suck up with the items. The other good thing it does is if you come across a non-spacebar item that you don't want, say we get a range upgrade from the boss and we don't really need range upgrades right now with these Tiny Planet tiers, then we can use it to suck it up, and instead it'll convert it to a random stat upgrade, hopefully damage and tiers. So we definitely need to find some tier upgrades, because I actually like Tiny Planet as an item, because I think it makes it fun, even though it's difficult. I think it's like soy milk. We talked about soy milk on our last run. We had soy milk on our last run. Was that the last run? Maybe the run before that. You know, when you get some crazy synergies and high tier rates, you can get some pretty goofy looking stuff. And sometimes you just walk into a room and just hold down the fire button and everything dies if we get some crazy synergies. But until then, we're gonna have to be very careful. I took the attack fly because that'll be an alternate damage dealer for us when we're having trouble hitting with our Tiny Planet tiers. We can use the fly instead. IV bag we can't really do anything with, unfortunately. I'd love to be able to take it, but what that would mean is if we sucked it up with Void, then every time we used Void we would take a half-hearted damage until we got to the womb, and then we take a full-hearted damage. Let's go the right direction that time. And we can't have that, so IV bag is a great item with a lot of potential uses, but for us right now, nothing to do, unfortunately. So we're fighting the Haunt. We're getting hit, because that's what we do when we fight the Haunt. We get hit. And this champion version spits out spiders, I think. Just want to try and get him with our attack fly when it comes around. Get in there. Yeah, yeah. Get these spiders out of the way. No spider. No spiders. Get them, fly. I don't like the Haunt. We're in a bad spot. But we made it. Maybe. Maybe. So this is what I'm talking about. We got a range upgrade. We're going to use the Void. And instead we got a tiers upgrade and a shot speed upgrade. Much better for us. Let's check for a secret room here real quick. And squeeze on out of here. And try to stay alive. It's not going to be easy. Can't get anything from the shop yet. Alright. We can maybe turn our luck around here. We don't really want... I mean, we do want Stompy. It's a decent item, but... we need something better right now. Something that's gonna keep us alive. Oh my gosh. We need something that's gonna keep us alive. Or give us more damage. More DPS. More killing potential. So we can dispatch the enemies quicker. I can't believe I made it through this room. Don't speak so soon! We're gonna rename this video series from Eden Streaks to we just play as Eden and die every 3 or 4 runs, because that's what happens. Well, we got a new run. We got good damage. We got good tiers. We have the bean. Butter bean. Worst spacebar item. Well, I don't know about the worst. One of the worst items in the game. We got our Cracker Jack box, which I believe gives us a spirit heart and a trinket. The trinket we got is the wooden cross. Gives us the holy mantle effect at the beginning of each floor. Once we lose it, it's gone. So the butter bean has hidden potential for us. If we can find another spacebar item, good or bad, if it's something we don't want to take, we can transform the butterbean. There was at one point in the game's life cycle that Edmund, the creator, Edmund McMillan, posted on Twitter that he was sick of, maybe Twitter, maybe Reddit, I don't know. He was sick of nerfing items. You know, making items less powerful. And he wanted to buff some of the not so good items in the game. So he asked for community suggestions. Well, now we have permanent Holy Mantle. He asked for community suggestions on what to change. And of course people said, you know, the butterbean needs a change. It's completely useless. So what he did was, when you pick up the butterbean, it has a random chance to be, I can't believe it's not butterbean. It has the, you know, same look, same one-room charge. But when you use it, it actually creates the earthquake effect around you that damages all the enemies and breaks rocks and opens secret rooms. Now, ooh, one of these is not a shop. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. We have a library in one of those rooms, but no way to open it. So if we get a pedestal that we can put butterbean on, we can put it on the pedestal, take it off the pedestal, put it on the pedestal, take it off the pedestal, and so on and so forth until we pick it up as, I can't believe it's not butterbean. So we'll swap trinkets because the cross does not help us anymore, because we have the actual Holy Mantle, which is better by far. So we'll get our bladder, our creepy bombs. And yeah, we actually are in a good spot health-wise. I mean, once we fill up our red hearts. Obviously, you can see I traded them all away for a euthanasia. You get occasional needle tears that I believe do double damage and pierce enemies. Oh no, they explode into bullets, like that did just there. See right now, butterbean, it now, I don't think it used to, yeah, it used to push enemies away. So that's all it did, was just push enemies away a little bit. Now it does a lot more. If you can get it to be, I can't believe it's not butterbean. We have RU Wizard, so we got our goofy sideways tears for 30 seconds. It's okay, we can fight with them. Picked up Juicy Sack from the item room. We had this on the last run or so. It gives us our little slowing creep behind us, and we'll occasionally shoot out spiders. Spiders do 2.5 times your damage to the enemies, so very useful. Whew. We will not sacrifice a half heart there to open that chest. Just after playing that Demon Judgment and Blood Bank, we're a little low on health, and that's okay. I just don't want to go any lower. I guess that, well, we have a key now, so we could go hit up the shop. We'll beat up on Little Horn here and check out our devil deal before that. Oh, almost fell in the pit, but we didn't. We're okay. Alright. Little Horn is an addition from Afterbirth. I think he's a pretty good boss. He's fair. We want both of these items. We did hit the spikes. We hit the spikes twice. I'm going to use Guppy's Paw once, but I don't want to hold on to it. We are going to take our butter bean. We could play the pedestal game here, but I'm too afraid of running into the spikes. Yep. Okay, we're not going to do that anymore. Oh. Well, we tried it a couple times. We didn't get what we wanted. I'm going to pass on the shop. I don't have enough money. And I don't have any bombs to bomb the donation machine to get more money. So we're just going to leave it for now. Hopefully check it out on this floor. Try and stay in our succubus's range here. See, there's a little black circle around our little friend here, and as long as we stay in that circle, we get a damage bonus, 50% damage. And he does a little damage on his own. You can see as he goes through the enemies, they start flashing red a little bit. Might as well just turn that into some bombs. Alright, portal time. There goes our holy mantle, that's okay. Get rid of this portal. Got rid of itself. Whoa. A little too close there, buddy. See if we can blow up a mushroom. Hey. Explosive diarrhea is not a bad pill to have. When you pop one, you just gotta recognize that's what it is and try and put the bombs in places where they might actually do something for you. Blow up some rocks, blow up some mushrooms, look for secret rooms. It has its uses. Holy Mantle, probably the most powerful defensive item in the game. You know, it lets us get hit once on each room. Greed's Gold is a newer item that I haven't used that much, but I know what it does. It for every 25 cents you get another heart container. Thinking about it, it might be an item that, with my playstyle, I'd probably avoid. Because I like to get rid of my red hearts by the womb and later, when I have the Polaroid. Because we get invincibility every time we get hit if we have no red hearts. And we can't get rid of items that we have, so if we have money, we're gonna have red hearts. I just got greedy. I saw an item and I said, I want it. It's mine. too greedy. Speaking of greed, you remember greed mode? Me either. Greed mode was a nice change when it came out, but after you get all the achievements, I don't think anyone plays it anymore, really. I mean, you know, I've spent a lot of time watching streamers, watching YouTubers play this game, and you know, it's still Isaac, it's still fun, but it's just not the same as playing through a run, you know. And I think part of it is the boss at the end, you know, is just kind of not fun. I mean, it's just not, it doesn't feel as rewarding when you finish. And most every time you play, or at least me anyway, you kind of play to try and break it. Try and get the D20, try and get blank card, and, you know, just break the game and get every item and do crazy stuff and crash the game because you have too much stuff going in on the screen. But second secret room, not there. All right. So yeah, it's just lost its luster fairly quickly. We got the egg tears item, which is extremely good. Our tears turn into spiders after they hit sometimes. Spiders are very powerful. We will take the sacrificial dagger. We got a little protection, a little more damage. The black powder, I think, is an okay item. It can help you if you're really hurting on ways to deal damage, but it's not worth 3 hearts right now, and it's not better than sacrificial dagger. Down goes Peep. Chub soon to follow. See if we can get that dagger in there. There we are. So the dagger does excellent contact damage. However, if you start trying to use it as contact damage, you usually end up taking damage. But we have Holy Mantle, so what do we care? See, we can just run into enemies. Okay, well, bad example. And I did it in a curse room, which is extra dumb. But we can just do that, run into an enemy and kill it. Which is bad on that room too, because, you know, that's just I'm just full of bad ideas today. Just trying to, you know, demonstrate what not to do so that you can learn from it. Alright. Curse of the Blind. We'll take an item, see what we get. Mom's box. What is inside? So, Mom's box can get us trinkets, and it also doubles the effectiveness of trinkets. I think we will hold on to this instead of the bean. Let's see if we can get the I can't believe it's not butterbean. Just to show you. Alright, we'll give it one more shot. Alright, forget it. Just trust me. It works. Anyway, so we are going to look for a powerful trinket. And the other effect of Mom's box is, did I already say it? It increases the effectiveness of trinkets. So if you have a trinket like Cancer, which greatly decreases your tear delay, gives you a faster fire rate, you get an even faster fire rate. If you get Curved Horn to get more damage, you get even more damage. So just all around good stuff can come from this. Okay, I was gonna say we can't even afford to take a devil deal, so I don't know why we even came in here. But we can take an item from Krampus. Lump of coal. That's exactly what we wanted. I didn't really want Krampus's head, so... Mr. Dolly. If I was thinking, I would have taken the boss item before going in there, because it could have been a health upgrade. But I wasn't thinking, which seems to be the theme for today. Mr. Dolly gave us a Tears upgrade, so we're firing a lot faster now. Still on the lookout for a good trinket, though, from Mom's box. Nothing to do. Well, here, I think we can get Spirit Hearts here. Oh, yeah. Alright, what do we got? Teleport. Not really going to use teleport. I will use my pill. And I will check these last two directions to see if we got anything interesting. Just looking for a couple more things to get us going. So the Batwing, I believe, it's a newer trinket. I believe as you get hit, you start growing wings on your back, and eventually you can gain the ability to fly. I hope I'm right with that, because that's why I'm taking it for now. Nothing else on this floor, unfortunately. And we already have our secret room, so that's not our secret room above us. Can we hit this with Holy Mantle? We can. Not interested in Karma. I am interested in blowing you up for some pills. Bombs are key. We will switch our bombs are key back, because I'd rather have keys. I guess we can get that penny with our Holy Mantle. Alright, we're going to head down to the next floor. Nothing else to do here. I think we did a good job clearing it out. Well, that's our second secret room is probably at the bottom of that. But we don't have any bombs. We could see if there's one in the shop. Meh. Meh. Alright. Trinket. Purple heart I don't want. Don't pick it up, please. Purple heart just spawns more champions. The only reason to do that would be to get more consumable drops from champions. I guess if you are in a really good spot DPS wise but are hurting for consumables, maybe you'd take it to try and bolster that a little bit. I don't know. I've never taken it other than when I first started the game. I like a lot of the worm trinkets. This is not one that I like that much. But I like getting really goofy stuff using worm trinkets. Really goofy tiers. Curse of the Maze is going to push us around a little bit. That's okay. We can go back and hit things we missed. We get a... Not a dam... I thought you got a damage upgrade with that. I guess not. So did we just get a Spirit Heart and then some bullets bounce off of our head? I don't recall. We'll just use this to go back and hit up the other side of this floor because there was nothing really else to do over there. Nah, we're okay. That will just get us some more bombs, which we're alright on. And we'll save the devil card for a boss. What else are we looking for? We'd like Hive Mind. We can make these spiders do even more damage. DPS, of course. Any damage tiers upgrades. Flight is maybe coming. Maybe not, though, because having Holy Mantle, probably not going to get hit a whole lot. Oh, there's portals. Get out of here, portals. Shop contains Pandora's box. I believe on this floor we get an item out of it. Boss item? No, 4 spirit hearts. I was wrong. Oh, it's the last floor that you get it. That's okay. That's okay. We will bomb him to get a higher deal with the devil chance. And a nickel. Just like I planned. Do we get... Yeah, we got item room and shop. That's all we need on this floor. Take our penny. And say hi to Brownie. I'll pop the devil card, why not? Make quick work of him. Get some more health. So we're full up there. Get another shot of Mom's bucks. Still waiting for that big payout. That's not it. Bombs are key. Let's just make ourselves tiny. I believe, but I'm not sure, when you actually use one makes you larger, one makes you smaller, that it actually changes the size of your hitbox. So, one makes you small would make you dodge better. I mean, get hit less. I was really hoping for small rock there. Our damage stat is hurting pretty bad. It was good, but we haven't been able to supplement it with any upgrades, and now it's starting to feel the effects of that. All right, we got a special room here. I'm looking for a treasure room. One room. So that'll rerun our whole run, re-roll our whole run. Let's do it. Oh, hello. Okay. So we got Dr. Fetus, and we got Loki's tears, Loki's horns, which means we are going to blow ourselves up a lot. That's not good. We got homing bombs. That's pretty cool. That's scary. Oh. Well, we can do this. We just have to be super careful. And get Pyromaniac. The homing will help, but why do we need that? We do want that. We're gonna check this treasure room up north. Let's see what we got here. Key beggar. Blow you up. Whoa. I mean, props to that bomb for its homing capabilities, but at the same time, why you gotta do me dirty like that? Oh my gosh. Maybe. I mean, the real problem is partly the Loki's horns and partly the homing. Mostly the Loki's horns. We're gonna take the stopwatch so that when we do accidentally blow ourselves up, we'll at least make it a little bit easier on us for the rest of the room. Oh my gosh. That works too. You know, that's an option too. We could just blow up every doorway and not fight anything. Because we won't have a problem taking out the bosses. Dr. Fetus is fetus in a jar. It's pretty powerful. We could just skip over everything. We'll make ourselves tiny. Oh my gosh. That's brutal. The other thing we can do is just use our attack fly for damage. We're gonna take Perthrow down. Well, actually, should have just used Perthrow here. We're gonna take the collar. That's not really good for us because we're not gonna be holding down the fire button, because that would happen. So I should have saved the Ansu's rune till after I knew whether or not I was gonna reroll the devil deal. I want to go down to check this small room. Nothing interesting, but we checked. That mushroom damage armor when their head is down is absurd because there's no reason that one of those bombs shouldn't take him out. We're gonna teleport closer to the boss. We're gonna take some damage. We just want to get out of here. Like, it's just too dangerous to be fighting so many rooms. The more rooms we fight, the more damage we're gonna take. Alright. Speed. Okay. Alrighty. What do we got here? Another reroll, perhaps? No, the goat's head. Which will get us one more devil deal. So we gotta fight through most of this floor, unfortunately. Don't need any bombs. I do want to check that small room again. This one's gonna be good. I got a feeling. Hooked on a feeling. It was not good. Let's just run away. Tinted rock. The super rock. Oh, 3 spirit hearts. Yeah, let's do this. So far, so bad. These multi-stage enemies are terrible when you have Dr. Fetus, Epic Fetus. Especially Epic Fetus. I remember when I was, before the Lost had Holy Mantle, and I was trying to grind out all the Lost wins, I was on the Dark Room. I was in the Dark Room with the Lost. Raw liver. Raw liver's a cool item to see because you don't see it very often, but we don't want the health, so we're gonna leave it, unfortunately. Even smaller. So yeah, when I was in the Dark Room as the Lost and I had Epic Fetus. That was how I got that far in the run. And then I ran into a double teratoma room. And it was the worst thing that ever happened to me in my entire life. So, I'll be honest. Like many others back then, I was save scumming in a way to finish my Lost runs. So if you died and you hit Alt F4 to exit out of the game, you would save your progress. So I got to that room and I used my epic fetus and I died. And I hit Alt F4. Started the floor again. Thankfully it was the room right next to the beginning room, but I had to go that direction because I cleared the other direction and found there was nothing there. And it took me, I don't know. I don't remember how long. It took me way too long to get out of that room using epic fetus and not getting hit at all. I don't know. I mean, now that I've played the game more, maybe I could get through. I mean, the Lost without Holy Mantle is just so absurd. With Holy Mantle, I actually like the Lost a lot as a character. But when it didn't have Holy Mantle, I guess it was pre-Afterbirth, it was just impossible. Not impossible, I mean, you could do it. But yeah, it was just not. So we're gonna take Cambion Conception because we're getting hit a lot. We're gonna take the mark as well. It'll cost us 2 hearts because it gives us 1 back. And this is probably the worst idea of my entire life. Going down to Hush would be an even worse idea. So I took Cambion Conception because we're gonna take damage. So we might as well get an advantage out of it. But we have, oh my gosh, Satanic Bible, which hopefully is gonna get us back up to where we need to be health-wise. That was my thinking there. And then I wanted the mark because, well, it's damage. I'm a damage whore. And I knew right away that it was the wrong call. Those the lucky Loki's horns ones keep getting me. Ooh, We just have to be careful. So we're gonna clear the next room, which will give us a full charge. Use it. Go back, pick up the battery. Use it. Now we're doing better. Alright. Don't like these guys. Hey, we have flight from Batwing now. You see? Whee! You see the tiny little wings? They're so small. It's so cute. Alright, do we want to check out the curse room? I think yes. Unfortunately, we got teleported by Curse of the Maze, but that's okay. We can make our way over there. Come on, Ghosty. Here's the other problem. I can't see where I am half the time. Like, I kind of know where I am, but I don't really. Why did I take damage going in there? Am I not? Come on, collar. The Batwing flight is not permanent. We learned something new today. And isn't that what life's about? Learning. Thanks for sticking around to the end. Appreciate you being here. Like and subscribe if you want to see the next video. We'll see you next time.